Women never thought that men would ever walk away. Welcome to the next edition, next installment of Angry After Dark. I am your friendly neighborhood angry guy, here to be your bartender this evening and present you with some entertainment. Women never thought that men would walk away. They never thought that men would say no. But now they are shocked to discover that not only are men walking away, they are finding peace in their solitude. What does this mean for society and women going forward? Watch it in this video to have all of these questions answered. Don't forget to follow us over on Rumble. Our Rumble's link in the description of the video. And also, don't let them tell you that you alone nothing and be happy. Go and check out Angry's Crypto Academy to learn how to buy, sell, and trade crypto while making massive profit. Like the video, share, turn on notifications, never miss another video ever again. Now let's just go ahead and jump right in. So women never actually thought that we were going to walk away. They thought that this bullshit was going to go on forever. They thought that this nonsense where you can belittle men, you can put guys down, you can basically say whatever you want, treat us so poorly, would continue. And yeah, that was not happening. Shout out to Cheese Socks for it says notification gang. That's what's up. That's what's up. Guys, shout out to the notification gang. Shout out to the notification gang, all right? Shout out to people who turned on all notifications, clicked on the bell, hit all, turned on all notifications. Shout out to the notification gang. Shout out to the notification gang. Shout out, let's see here. Thomas, what's going on, Thomas? Thomas says, Angry is on a roll with these live streams. Yeah, like I'm telling y'all, I was literally like, yeah, I need to get this show on the fucking road. And I just jumped on, like I just put everything together. Usually these live streams take me like a hot minute to put together. This one was like, it felt like 5 minutes. It was not, I don't think it was like 5 to 10 minutes most max. It was like 5 minutes. It was so fast. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna jump in. And I was like, even I took like a moment to breathe. And I was like, wait a minute. It's still the same time. So I was able to, guys, it just fell together. I just went, even took a pee before the stream started, sorted everything out, drank some water, and started up the stream. So it's crazy. Maybe it's because like I'm kind of getting back into the role of it. And the thing is that I just literally finished working on the last video for you guys for tomorrow. So because I got to get all the videos together. I try to be a couple of days ahead, but right now I'm only like just a day ahead. So at least I don't have to make the videos on the day of the videos themselves. That is a living hell to do. So your videos are ready. I just like put up I just finished up the thumbnail, I finished up the thumbnail for the video for the because I do 5 videos a day. I try to do 5 videos a day for you guys, and I finished up the thumbnail, and then I scheduled, and then I did that. I just what's funny? I just realized I said, and then I scheduled the video. I actually did not schedule the video. I just looked now. I finished everything. I did everything I was supposed to do except for scheduling the fucking video. So that's gonna be your depending on where you are. If you're like on the west, if you're on the west coast, then it's gonna be like 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I've got to get that. So that the video is just I just have to schedule that, and I thankfully like I just noticed as I'm talking to you because that would have been a bitch, but but yeah, I just caught it, so we're good. Just caught that shit. So yeah, your videos are now all scheduled. I just like literally scheduling it as I'm talking to you. Boom, done. And the stream just came together and I was like, fuck it, let me stream for you guys. I usually like check in on Spawn Wave. I usually like to check in on the Spawn Wave stream. I don't watch it. I like to check in, see who's talking. And I like to that for two guys for Tonga just dropped a video and he's on camera. Oh gosh, I don't know. Yeah, so I just I did that and I was like, okay, let me get everything together. And I jumped in and I just yeah, it's not bad. And I just look, I'm double check. I just realized I'm like as I'm streaming with you guys, I'm like, okay, let me jump on and do this before Spawn Wave starts. And I realize there's no Spawn Wave this evening. Like Spawn Wave is like, it's hosted by a guy named John and he does it every Saturday and they're pretty consistent. And I just jumped on there. I just jumped on there and I just realized I just realized there's no spawn wave. Like there's no spawn wave this week. So holy cow. So you guys check that. You guys are getting a stream. You guys are getting a stream and you know his crew is not getting a stream this week. You know, and even like even is it Doctor Disaster? Which one is it? Is it Doctor Disaster? No, it's not it's Hypnotic. It's Hypnotic. So even like Hypnotic will do high like the Hypnocast and you know, I'm looking like, yeah, he is so Hypnotic is at least Hypnotic. Respect to Hypnotic. Shout out to Hypnotic. He's doing the Hypnocast. So Hypnocast is actually live. If you guys ever want to check that out, he's live. He has his panel on. Like, yeah, so I mean, so like there's some of us actually streaming. Vara Dark, she's holding down her stream. So like everyone else other than the Nintendo's YouTubers, bro, that's some shit right there. That's some shit, bro. Yo, everyone else, damn, no, oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. You know what joke that I heard? Like someone made a joke and they said that there were no real conservatives at at the whole January 6th thing because real conservatives had worked the next day. Y'all, the Nintendo YouTubers, none of the Nintendo YouTubers are working right now. The Nintendo YouTubers aren't streaming. Y'all, the rest of us are streaming. All right, Fritanka just dropped a video. He's on camera, which it just shows you how insane it is, bro. All right, the Nintendo YouTube guys, the Nintendo YouTubers took Christmas off. All right, the rest of us are working, bro. Hypnocast is up. Vara Dark is on. I'm like, what the hell? I'm pretty sure the rest of everyone else is working, bro. Everyone else is working. This is some crazy shit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and we all know, like, let's be real. You know, Nintendo if you're a Nintendo YouTuber, you're probably a liberal. Okay? Probably a liberal. And it's like, yeah, you know, the rest of us had to show up for work. Rest of us showed up for work. So that's just some crazy shit. Crazy shit. Someone just dropped a Someone just dropped a super, I think. Let me check that out. So Thomas dropped a super. He said, walking away is a powerful thing. It absolutely is. Thank you for the super, Thomas. I really, really appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. Let me see here. Let's see. Let's see. Most of the people, Lunar said, most of the people at Jan 6 were either boomers or FBI plants. Damn, bro. Texas says, yes, angry. Yes, live. Yep. I'm here. I'm here. Texas says, Jesus, like we don't have a choice. Oh my gosh. So I actually have a video from Man Guide, 18 minutes of women crying because men have walked away. They're finally starting to realize, like, yeah, this is the real deal. Like, men are done. Men are done with the bullshit, done with being treated poorly, and they've woken up to the nonsense and they've walked away from it. Let's check out Man Guide's video.
Oh. This is what it looks like to find out that you've been cheated on for months. I left him.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Jerry.
So now I had put a post up bragging about her daddy. But I told him I needed some money for some groceries. And he decided to deliver the stuff, pick what he want to pick, and have it delivered himself. Come here, come back here. You come back here. Leave him alone. Come back here. He, instead of sending me the money, he then had the groceries delivered. You don't know what my kids want. You don't know what my kids like. That's me. You buying stuff off of what you like, because I told him, I needed tissue and I was out and I needed some groceries, and he done went shopping online and had some groceries delivered. That ain't what I wanted. I wanted you to send me the money so I could shop my own stuff.
Y'all see that? So a woman says to a man, I need groceries. Okay? I need groceries. I need tissues and I need this and this and this. This man goes online, orders all the groceries. Those are, guys, that's a shit. Let me tell you something. I can just look at the bags right there. I gotta tell you that's a couple $100 of groceries. Couple $100. This man spent a couple $100 and sent her a shitload of groceries. That's maybe around $200 to $300. That's maybe around $300 in groceries. That's a shitload of groceries. It's around $300 in groceries, maybe. He sent her $300 in groceries, and she was complaining because she wanted him to send her the money. Guys, it's going to be open. Let me tell y'all something. Everything is collapsing right now. Most women are not aware of it. There are some women who are aware of it, and they're like trying to prepare for this shit. Oh my goodness. There are some women aware of this and they are trying to prepare. I do see videos from them, but most women are completely asleep to it. And here's the funniest thing. Here's the craziest thing, y'all. When everything happens, these women and their children, because they're not going to be able to survive without a man, because there's going to be men who are struggling to survive. So the average woman the average woman is not really going to be able to survive what's happening. The average single mother, forget about it. So 100%, it's going to be Tent City. Okay? So it's going to be them and their kids going straight to Tent City. And I've already said Tent City is not, basically with Tent City, it's how do you put it? Involuntary, it's basically an involuntary hold. So they are basically brought to Tent City against their will. Their choices are either they go to jail, they go to an institution to be evaluated for mental health issues or substance issues, or they go to Tent City. And I said it. I called it. I literally called it. Once you go into Tent City, you don't come out of Tent City, because they're going to say, and if we let you out, where would you be going? And it's not even going to be that easy, because you're going to need to speak to a social worker before you can even have a chance. They're never coming out. They're never coming out. They're not coming out. They'll tell them all kinds of things like, listen, we're working on setting up some programs for you so you guys can learn some skills. You can learn some skills and you can use these skills to get yourself back on your feet. It's gonna be a hard road, but there is hope. There is hope. Guys, can you there is hope. All right. And here's the thing, they're not gonna be able to pay their phone bills in Tent City. So those cell phones are eventually gonna stop working. All right, so they're not gonna have Wi-Fi. There's no Wi-Fi in Tent City. There's no Wi-Fi. Miguel is in Tent City. Poncho is in Tent City. Tyrone is the king of Tent City. But there is no Wi-Fi in Tent City. They're going to be in there with those kids, and it's just going to be hard in there. And it's like they're going to be shocked, because you will have more freedom in prison than you will have in Tent City. Some of you guys know how prison works. Like county jail sucks. Prison, to my understanding, there's better food, better living accommodations. I'm not saying you should go to prison, but prison typically has better accommodations than the county jail. And in the case of these tent cities, the conditions in Tent City are going to be more they're going to be more similar to the county jail than even prison. So you're gonna have a lot of dudes who are in prison right now, and they're gonna be living much better lives than people in tent city. Because think about this. In prison, you have a roof over your head. You get two hots and a cot. You have a place to work out. You have a place to shit and a place to shower. Think about it very carefully. I'm not saying I'm not calling it luxurious. But you you can go and have a meal. You might not be making much money, but there are jobs. There are ways of getting money. And also, you can have someone putting money onto your books for you. You're for commissary. And you could use that to go and buy whatever you want. And of course, there are chefs in prison, so they can prepare you all kinds of amazing meals in prison. If you have the money, you can get anything you're looking for. You can have pizza, cake, all right? Unbelievable things. You want some loving, you can get some loving. Okay? You'd be surprised. You would be surprised that it's not real. But Tyrone is the king of Ted City. And everything works on his table, on his timetable. All right. So it's gonna be Tent City is gonna be a nightmare because it's called Tent City for a reason. You're sleeping in tents, if you can call those things tents. Hygiene, sanitation, you know, a warm shower, those things are hard to come by. In prison, you have guards that are everywhere to protect you, right? I'm not saying prison is safe, but there are ways to stay safe in prison. In Tent City, it's literally like every man, woman, child, everyone for themselves, every man for himself, every person for themselves. Okay? Tent City is not there to protect you. Tent City is to keep you there. The purpose of Tent City is to keep you in Tent City. Not to keep you happy, healthy, well fed. Okay? That's the honest truth. Women don't realize what Tent City truly is, what hard times really are here.
So me and my kids could eat what we want to eat, not what you want, the stuff you like. This was not it. Shit, I'm not happy about this shit.
Oh no, she can't use the money.
Look at this comment. Look at this comment from Gunfox. Tent City would be lucky to have clean porter johns. Y'all, it's true. It's true. It's really, really true. It's not even a joke. It's true. Like, we used to like crack jokes and we're having a good time. No, it's gonna be hell. Like we're at that point right now, y'all. It's here. David says awfully cold out there in January. My God. I'm not crying for any of these people either. I'm not crying for them. Not crying one bit. Thomas says Alcatraz served Michelin star food. Damn. Texas says they are so fucked. Yep, 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 yep. They don't, guys. It's like they don't listen. They don't listen. David says men just stop simping. Just stop simping. Good, Mister God, Mister God give me a name. Says, bro, when Elon Musk moves into Tent City, there will be internet. Hobo satellite beach. Damn, bro. Lunar says, imagine iPad kids adjusting to Ted City. Oh my gosh, you are so right. You are so damn right.
For nails and clubbing. What has the world come to? There isn't a better example to show how women in the modern world are simply beggars on the street. I remember giving someone a granola bar back in the day and they chucked it at my face. This dude did exactly what should be the norm for any kind of support, because none of these mothers actually spend that money on the kids. Moreover, the man shouldn't even have to go this far. He took a whole trip to bring food on the table, which is more than she ever did. The comments are, the way you sound, I wouldn't trust you with cash either. Bingo. He made the right choice because she def was about to get high with that money. And then some. The voice really gives it away in half of these things. Man, the way they keep denying me for food stamps, I would have took them groceries up so quick. Get a job, lady. My baby daddy never in 20 years ever had groceries delivered to my house. If you don't want them, I'll take them. Good Lord, what in the hell is going on here? Moving on.
Mr. White, what would be the first meal that you would feed me?
Salad.
Amazing. One word and you managed to make me spit water all over my keyboard. Excellent work. The comments are, she doesn't need a meal for at least a month. Why is that her question though? You're not serious, right? Why is she setting herself up? She hungry. If she hit the gym, it's over with. She already got the face. Alright, calm yourself. That laugh was funnier than the joke. Bro didn't even hesitate. No, he did not. Alright, next clip.
Just say your rent is $500. What do you tell your man your rent is?
$500. 500.
What? You want me to lie? Hell yeah!
My rent $1K. I'm gonna say 1,000 so I can keep the other 5.
Like 1,000. My rent 1,000. You heard?
What do you do with the other 5? It's mine. It don't matter what I do with it.
1,200. 1,250.
It's 15.
1,500. 1,800. 2K off the bat.
That shit is $2,000. Give me the extra.
3,500.
What are you gonna do with the extra money?
Why?
Welp, there were two that said 500, but this isn't a fictional situation, so we have to assume the worst. Modern women have gone from being greedy to all-out theft and just...
Yeah, so this is actually something that I actually heard the same story, where like this guy was living with this woman, and she basically told him that the rent was like, she basically told him that like the rent was, I don't remember how, like $1,500 a month, and so he would give her. I'm trying to figure like, I'm trying to remember like she told him that the rent was like I'm trying to remember the exact number. Like, all right, like let's say maybe the rent was like $2,000 a month or some shit or whatever. So basically, he would give her his half, and it turned out that she was actually ripping him off and pocketing like $500 for herself or $1,000 for herself, like $1,000 for herself. So he was like he was giving her a shitload of money every month, and she was pocketing, I don't know, it was like $500 or $1,000 a month for herself, and she did that for like maybe a couple of years. And he got fucked so badly. And women have no gripes about doing things like this. And then men are basically basically told to just, be ignorant. Don't notice it. Don't talk about it. Just accept it. Like, it's such an extreme level of corruption, the way men are taken advantage of. Like it's just fucking evil. It's so fucking evil how how badly men are taken advantage of in the society right now. Absolutely evil. Damn, bro, we really have men of from all walks of life here. All right, Thomas says, I work in the portable restroom business, and they are a pain to maintain. Homeless cabs. Guys, we have such a crazy amount of knowledge here. Like, it feels like the manosphere at times feels like John Wick. It's such a dangerous community because we have every cat, every dog, every mouse here in the manosphere. Like some of y'all are like, we're like I was like, if you were here for yesterday's video, this dude from Croatia was checking in. Like, I always get like India checking in. Yeah, I know you guys are just like the second largest English speaking country. I see you over there, India. Brazil checking in. You know what? I respect that. I respect that. Philippines checking in. Are you an American? Are you a foreigner? Are you a foreigner living? No, I'm a Filipino, bro. All right, got you. You know what? Cool, man, cool. But then yesterday, Croatia checking it. No, Croatia. What the hell are you? Croatia, Croatia. What are you doing here? I'm comparing notes, bro. Nah, bro. It's wild. I mean, guys, we have literal doctors who watch our videos. Multiple doctors watch these videos. Physicians, PhDs, physicians with PhDs. Like, we have garbage men who watch these videos. We have bus drivers who are watching these videos. We have teachers who are watching these videos. We have people who deal with porta potties and this type of and we have men from all walks of life watching these videos. And what makes that so significant is because it shows us the amount of knowledge that's here. The amount of we have people from guys, we can share notes. Look how fast we're able to share notes immediately. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm talking about porta potties. There's a person who works in there's a person who works in the portable restroom business who has firsthand immediate knowledge. I was talking about modding a PlayStation 3. Within minutes, I get an entire email giving me a full list of everything I need to buy and explaining what I need to do to mod my PlayStation 3. I'm just waiting for it to arrive now. Already ordered everything. I likely would not have ordered the PlayStation 3 yet if I did not get that email from Ashy. I just want y'all to think about that. Guys, I was sick for years. I had this horrible fog. Terrible fog. And I was like pretty sure I was like it just would never go away. Bro, someone sent me an email. Someone sent me a fucking email like last year because this fog was still killing me. Someone sends me an email telling me, Angry, I had the same thing. Check out this specific pill. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this? So I check it out. It's a supplement. And he's like, just take the supplement. And I email him back. I'm like, is this the right one? He's like, yeah, that's the right one. He tells me the website. I order it. Bro, I took the supplement. My fog is gone. I don't even use the supplement actively anymore. I don't need to. But it was strong enough to wipe. I took it for a while, and every time it bugged, I'm good. This is a dangerous community, bro. This is a dangerous community of men. This is a fucking guys, the manosphere. The insane amount of knowledge in the manosphere is psychotic. Guys, listen, all right, let me give you another example. I was doing a stream months ago. And I always have to downloading the videos for you guys to watch, downloading them for you from YouTube. That I have to find like all of these different sites to download them. And I let it slip, just a tiny slip that I'm downloading these videos and it's like stressing me out. And someone told me the exact software to use. They were like, oh, check out Stature 7. I'm like, what? Yeah, use that. So I go and I check out the software. It's called Stature 7. And now I'm able to download all of my videos. So like when I need to get a video for you from Man Guide or X or TikTok, I could just use Stature 7. It's psychotic. Guys, it's crazy. It's crazy. The manosphere is insane. All right? The manosphere is fucking insane. There's so many problems. There's so many problems that just like I've had, and I just mention it on stream or mention it in a video, and I'll get an email from a subscriber. Bro, even the worst of my even medical problems. All right? I've had subscribers who are physicians. And not just subscribers, also other content creators. And it's like, this is crazy that I've spoken. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. The knowledge in the manosphere is insane, and the comparing of notes is insane. This is y'all. This is a frightening community. Like, bro, like something crazy could happen in this community. And something crazy can happen in this world, right? And let's say like something happens and it's like a crisis, and people need to go to the hospitals, and you don't know what's going on. And and what if someone who's in the ER, bro, it's the fucking surgeon. It's the fucking surgeon. They're like, I'm not gonna tell you. They don't tell you exactly who they are, but you can figure this shit out. It's one of the fucking surgeons in the hospital that is popping in onto the fucking video, and will just like giving us fucking updates. Like, guys, the manosphere is powerful. That's why they're scared of it. This thing is too powerful. Where I can just like literally mention very small things, and they just pop up just like that, because there's some man in some corner of the world with the knowledge, but they're all right here. It's insane. It's insane. Women don't understand what they've lost. Women don't understand what men bring to the table, the collective knowledge that men bring to the table. I'm going to tell you guys, listen to me. Even when it comes to you guys know I'm like big into the crypto space. I have Angry's Crypto Academy. There was this guy I was watching once, and he was talking about crypto, and he was running a crypto channel, and he was just a normal dude. And he had like lots of people watching his stream, and he was like explaining this concept, but he messed up the math. But here's the thing. The concept was right. So we're all there checking the math as he's doing it. So it's not a big issue if he got the math wrong. We can correct the math and say, bro, the math is wrong, but we get the concept. Your concept is absolutely correct. This is something that women don't understand. There's always a man checking the math. Listen to me. This is something women don't get. There's always some man checking the math. You think I'm playing games? During what was it? Was Bernie Madoff? What did Bernie Madoff run? I think he passed away. Did he pass away? Bernie Madoff. Let me look the bastard up. All right. So Bernie Madoff, he was the mastermind of the largest known Ponzi scheme in the history, worth an estimated $65 billion. So he was running a massive Ponzi scheme. And here's the thing. Prior to him getting caught, there was a man who actually sent like a letter to I think it was like the SEC or whichever board, and he basically explained that Madoff was running a Ponzi scheme, and he broke down exactly how Madoff was running it, and they basically just responded to him and said, like, there's no issue here, right? And then everything collapsed. And then afterwards, this guy was like interviewed on television. He's like, this is the guy who discovered the Ponzi scheme. And this is why I keep on warning, like, bro, there's always, never ever forget, there's always some man checking the math. There's always some man checking the math. Oh my gosh. This is a crazy world we live in. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Jesus, I can't read some of your comments. Can't read some of these comments. David says, look at silver like $80 today. Hell, I was just buying some a couple of years ago for $20. Things are fucked out there. Yeah, guys, silver was $20 a few years ago. Now it's $80. You know the reason why silver is $80 right now? That's because the United States dollar. That's because the dollar has lost so much value. Okay, that's why when someone who was like like $40 is the new one. Like no, like how did they put it? How did they phrase it? They said something like the $100 bill is the new 40, and I was like, no, the 100 is the new 20. The 100 is the new 20, bro. The 100 is literally the new 20. It absolutely is the new 20. Shit. I grew up in New York. Don't forget this comment, guys, let me tell y'all something. I grew up in New York. I rode the subway. I had to ride the subway to school, take the subway to work. Gunfox says, in Tent City, the rats will be as big as cats. Listen to me, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now, anyone who grew up in New York, maybe Boston, because Boston sounds like a dirty fucking place. All right. But the Boston accent is like the New York accent, except it sounds like shit. That's our rivalry right there. I want to go. Nah, I love them. We love them. Now we don't love them. We don't love those motherfuckers. But yeah, yeah. Let me tell y'all something about those New York City rats, man. Those rats are as big as cats or bigger, man. You think I'm fucking around? Listen to me. Those rats fuck around, find out. Fuck around, find out. Bro, they don't play games, bro. They don't play. Those rats don't play games. Those New York City rats, those subway rats, they don't play games. They don't play games, and they throw hands. They throw hands, bro. They, y'all think I'm fucking around? Y'all think I'm fucking around? New York City rats throw hands. You're like angry or exact. No, that you, bro. That you put on a video. You're like, what the fuck? This rat is really coming at you, bro. Like, no, this is a fight right here. Holy fuck! How do these things even exist? I told you so. I told you so. And God fuck says that you're gonna have these 10 city 10 city rats will be as big as cats, bro. Those some of those New York City rats, bro. Terrible, terrible. You see here. Gun Fox says, yeah, New York City rats shoots. 10 City will make New York City rats look small. Damn, bro. Let me see here. Let's see here. Billy says, just getting in. How's the stream? Oh, you came in at a good time, man. You came in. Everybody's just kind of rolling into the bar. Y'all, let me tell you something. If you were on I did a 5 hour stream. It went over a little over 5 hours yesterday. And I had this room for like 4 hours. None of you motherfuckers were donating. And I started shaming you. I started shaming you guys. I started using shame. And of course, at first I was joking. And within a few minutes of shaming you motherfuckers, donations started rolling in. Like, by the way, guys, if you want to support the stream, buy me a Red Bull. Buy me a fucking Red Bull. And if you want to buy me a Red Bull, you can use the link in the description of the video, right? It's in the description of the video. You can use the link in the description of the video to buy me a fucking Red Bull, all right? Take care of your bartender. Throw a coin to your witcher. Throw a coin to your witcher, all right? Throw a coin to your witcher. You know? This is your bar. I am your bartender. But throw a coin to your witcher. You gotta tip the bartender. You gotta tip the bartender. Y'all, I'm telling you, we need to bring shame back. We need to bring shame back. Within minutes of shaming you motherfuckers, money started to flow in. Money has continued to flow. Listen to me. It had been slow. All right, you guys, it was slow. It was slow for like the last couple of weeks. I shamed you guys on stream last night. Money has been flowing in from that stream throughout the day. Red Bulls have been flowing in from that stream, which is crazy because that means that there are people who literally watch 4 hours of the stream after it was released. They watched 4 hours through because I didn't start shaming until like 4 hours in. So that means that people actually watched the stream for 4 fucking hours. 4 hours of that stream after it was released on YouTube, it ended and whatever. And they heard the shaming. And that shaming was enough to get you guys to throw a coin to your witcher, to buy me a Red Bull. Guys, I can't believe shame is so fucking effective. I can't believe it. What the fuck? Holy guys, I've been getting Red Bulls all day. Not a ton, but a couple. What the fuck? Is this a guys? Shame is effective. Shame is fucking shame. 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 You should be oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The power of shame. The power. Aren't you guys ashamed? You come here. Can't even buy Poor Angry guys. So you can use the link in the description to just buy me a Red Bull. It's very easy. It's very simple. All right, doesn't cost much. Click the link in the description. You'll see how easy it is to buy me a Red Bull. You can pretty much put in whatever amount you want. All right, because everyone gets to come in. Everyone has a drink. As Angry as they're serving everyone, making sure everyone's okay. But who's taking care of Angry? Who's taking care of Angry? I mean, look at how toxic. Look at how women treat men in society, saying that their presence is enough. Are you going to act like that? Are you going to say that your presence is enough? Your presence is enough? You know what's interesting, guys? Not only did the donations start rolling in, I got donations from the Buy Me a Coffee. I also started getting donations on, I started getting, I got, you bought me some Red Bull on through the link. You also started sending me money through the live chats on Rumble and on YouTube. I mean, my gosh, the shaming is effective. Like we need to bring this shit back desperately in society. It's fucking effective. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Guys, before the stream started, literally moments before the stream started, someone had just let me see if I can check the time. Let me check the time. Let me see if I can check it for you. Yeah, about 1 hour before I started the stream, someone bought me yet another coffee. Another coffee. Bought me another Red Bull. Bought me another Red Bull. Literally an hour before the stream started. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. I'm telling you, we have to bring shame back. It fucking works. It fucking works. And like I said, guys, throw a coin to your Witcher. Throw a coin to your Witcher. Throw a coin to your Witcher. Come on, y'all. You can do it. Don't be a freeloader. And it's your space. No one's forcing you. No one's forcing you. But throw a coin to your Witcher.
Few years, and it's on full display here, fellas. For men, the hustle involves punching in and getting that paycheck when the real work is done. But for them, the hustle is, well, us. Over the last few decades, they've proven that they can't hold down a decent job, even when it's governmentally enforced, so they try and get that bag in any other way possible. The top comments are, and they wonder why nobody wants them. It's crazy.
Guys, I'm looking at some of the comments from you guys. I just jumped ahead because I usually try to go from the oldest to the most recent, but I just jumped ahead. Like, look at this shit. I tell you that we have every cat, dog, and mouse in the manosphere. Look at this. Chat of Christmas past. I'm an electrician apprentice. I have a full barrel of copper that I need to strip and scrap. So guys, we even have electrician. I know that we had these people, but unbelievable. Like we even have electricians here. Unk says, Angry Sam, I just quit Crunchyroll for good. Now I stream content for free. I'm never going back. Bro, how are you streaming it for free? That's awesome. That's awesome. I think that's lit, bro. If you feel free to send me an email and tell me how you're pulling that out. Like if you found a good source to stream your shit, share with the class. like synthetic wave Lana. Exactly. Like synthetic is synthetic. It's a good thing to know because they're gonna shut the internet down next year. Like you said, synthetic says, how do you stream for free? Yeah, bro. Definitely share with the class, bro. Send me an email, share with the class, and then I'll put it on the blackboard. Let me see here. Doesn't matter. Let me see here. Let's keep going. Let me see here. You guys are talking about silver and copper. Silver and copper in the comments. All right. David says, "Hey, angry. Tent City doesn't have any curling irons and cosmetic mirrors. Yeah, they're gonna be fucked in there, bro. It's gonna be some real hard shit in there. Uh huh, bro, bro. Lord Dante, first stream I watch. Greetings from Spain. Spain is guys. Spain is checking in. Spain is checking in, guys. No, this is crazy shit. Spain is checking. This is what I warned you guys. What guys? A manosphere is powerful. That's why they want to quiet. They want to silence. We have everyone here. We can know what's going on at any given moment, bro. This is frightening shit. Spain, Jesus. Is Spain checking in, bro? Man. Gunfox says, I've seen a New York City rat beat up a cat. It happens all the time. It happens all the time, and we need to stop the violence. My God. Oh my gosh. You know, it's like when you what it's not like in the cartoons where Tom is always picking on Jerry. Like no, in real life, Jerry's not putting up with that shit. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Let's see here. Let's see here. WW said true. $100 is nothing now. Inflation, those motherfucking taxes, everything. Yeah, inflation is a tax. It's a tax. Hmm. Let me see here. Gunfox says silver in 6 months will likely be over 120 USD. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Bill says the manosphere has collected a lot of wisdom via bad experiences. They are willing to share with bros to avoid scammers. Yeah, well, that's why I said, like, I mean, guys, smart men learn from their own mistakes. Wise men learn from their mistakes and the mistakes of other men. Smart men learn from their own mistakes and experiences. Wise men learn from their own mistakes and experiences as well as the mistakes and experiences of other men. And that's what makes the manosphere so powerful. It's the amount of knowledge that we have gathered here, but then it's the collective knowledge from men all around the world in every walk of life. Someone said GOG is really good for that. I love GOG. I have over 500 GOG games. You can if you have Amazon Prime, you can actually go to like Prime Gaming and they give you free GOG codes for like tons of games. And when you get those codes, like it's always like those are your games for life. You can download them and basically back them up, and they're DRM free. So you will never lose those games. If you have them backed up, they can't be taken away from you. That's their entire business model. I have like for example on GOG. Let me go and because I have it over here. On GOG, I have Batman. Let me see which Batman games I have. On GOG, I have Batman, Arkham Asylum, Game of the Year edition. I have Arkham City. I have Arkham Knight. I have Arkham Origins. I have Batman the Telltale series. I have Lego Batman the video game. Lego Batman DC superhero. Lego Batman 2 DC superheroes. Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. Those are all, and those are all the games I have on. Those are all my Batman games on GOG. So I have the entire Arkham series. I think the entire Arkham series on GOG, and the Telltale and the Batman Telltale game, and I think all of the Lego Batman games on GOG as well. So yeah, I'm kind of like stacking up for the apocalypse, bro. Stacking up. I just have to make sure that I have all the food and water stuff taken care of, and thermal blankets and tablets. Those like tablets that I think they're out there that you can dissolve into your own pee if you have to have drinkable water or some or close enough. Yeah, I'm preparing for hell. I'm preparing for hell on earth, man. Preparing for that hell on earth. Let's see here. Let's see here. Hill says the male pill is 3 years from market. The end of the baby trap is upon women. A lot of guys are saying that the male pill will never come out, but honestly, it's very well. It's looking like it's looking very strongly like it will. So I mean, things could go wrong. Bullshit can happen, but it seems like they may actually release the male birth control pill this time, and that's pretty much the end. That's the end of the baby trap right there. The only guys that are going to end up in baby traps are Tyrone, and Tyrone doesn't pay for those kids, so we know how that goes. Because if Tyrone is the daddy, then basically the state is gonna have to pay for that. Tyrone and Poncho, it's done. And I've already warned you about Chad. Chad and Tyrone are the same person. They're just brothers from different mothers. See here. Let's keep on going. Let's see here. Unk says DM me. Yeah, Gunfox says that angry heads up. I'm hearing NYC is about to see another round of uh issues with the truckers. Let me see here. Let's see. I'm going through the comments. Ung says, "Can you send me your email, Angry Sama?" My email address is actually, if you go to my profile, if you go to my channel homepage, just go to my channel homepage. Like, just go to my YouTube homepage, and you'll see a thing that says more. You just click on more, and when you click on more, it shows like description, and you scroll all the way down, and it says more info and my email address. So just go to my channel homepage and click on more, and scroll down, and my email address is right there, and you can send me an email. That's how you can email me, Unk. That's how you can email me. I'm not gonna put my email address in the group chat because I know how you guys are. Gunfox is like, I love GOG. Yeah, I do like GOG too. I actually like left a message recently. I was like, you guys are gonna take our games away soon. You're gonna put it behind a membership wall. They're like, never. Yeah, they're kind of they're woke. Like CD Projekt Red owns GOG, so I mean it's a woke company, but they're at least focused on game preservation. They do a really good job with that, and everything being DRM free. So that's their entire business model. So I am grateful for that. I am grateful for that. I tell you guys, life is so funny. Life is so funny because it's like you just never know where you're going to end up in life or how things are going to turn out. Modern women thought that this whole charade would last forever, and now they're basically going to be facing a really rude awakening. Rude awakening.
Crazy, man, that the big one was asking for a fee like she was about to be weighed at the airport luggage. Scamming your own dude is bewildering. I guess so. I mean, not for us or the rest of the Mankind family. You could tell me it's 1700, you're paying it anyways. See, this is the only right answer. Gold star for you, brother. Only women can flex being broke. You doing God's work exposing how women really think about us and use us for real. The truth is the only thing that matters, which is why we have to show this.
Do you aspire to be a stay-at-home mom? If it comes with an allowance, yeah.
An allowance.
Yeah, like if he gives
Makes
me money
sense.
weekly, yeah.
Obviously, the man is working out there getting the bread, so life is good for you.
Yeah,
But
it
you
has
saying
to
you
be.
want
That's
even an
part of
extra
it.
incentive, like give me a little bit of extra.
Of course.
Yeah.
I also want to have my own
Yeah.
thing too.
There
Like I
you
want to
go.
have my
Yes,
own
own
credit, my own
business.
cars. I want to have my own thing. Where
Why do you want your own?
I'm gonna tell you why I want my own. Because nothing is forever.
So you think that it's okay for
need
a
to take
woman
notes.
to be a stay-at-home mom as long as she could plot her exit?
It's not
Ooh.
plotting your exit.
There's no intention in his mind to make a backup plan in case you don't do what you want to do and you decide to just bounce.
Okay.
So what happens is when we get to this conversation is like, why do men not want to be married? This is the example, because if I go and I bust my behind and I provide and protect and I do everything for my wife, not my girlfriend, my wife, she's still thinking in the back of her head that this is a possibility, this is not going to work, and she wants to be okay when it doesn't. The ideology that you have in the mindset is called catastrophizing. A lot of women do it, and basically what that is when a woman is preparing for the tragedy rather than focusing on what is currently happening in their relationship or
Everyone has difficulty staying in the moment, but for women, that's just an impossibility. Plus, when the chick, like this one here, already has a voice like Temu Cardi B, there's no way you're headed for a prosperous future anyway. Women like to talk a big game about how motherhood is this tremendous hurdle that needs to be celebrated, even though most of them don't even come close to the description. Ladies, you don't get a reward for being rewarded. That's not how life works. Here are the top comments. She is protecting her future. She's smart. Your profile name is Nene, so I don't even think I need to respond further. The funny part is that this is the same kind of woman who will get mad at you if you want her to sign a prenup. Absolutely true. Although, and I know I'm beating a dead horse, but the prenup is not going to protect you in this climate. There are no guarantees for the average man. She is preparing for tragedy that she is going to purposely create. Bingo, that's the key thing that's missing here. She's not preparing for the tempest, she herself is the disaster. I recognize that even a broken clock is correct twice a day, but how are all these very young men with podcast, know so much, with limited experiences, and no wife or ex-wife? We can read, sweetheart. We can read.
The only time having a boyfriend is...
How do these men know so much? How do these men know so much who've never been married? They have podcasts and they've never been married. Very simple. You don't have to have gone through the ringer to have this knowledge. Okay? A wise man is not a man who's lived all of these experiences. A wise man is a man who's learned from his experiences, his mistakes, as well as the experiences and mistakes of other men. Sometimes, not even sometimes, very often, a person will go to a wise man looking for knowledge, looking for wisdom. The wise man will share what he has. But here's the secret that you don't realize. Just by the person who is coming to the wise man and asking the wise man for knowledge, for wisdom, to share his wisdom, he doesn't even realize that he is sharing he is providing the wise man with with experiences and mistakes that the wise man will now learn from. So this man comes to the wise man, shares his mistakes, shares his experiences. The wise man shares the wisdom that he's already accumulated, and now takes the experiences, the mistakes that the knowledge that this other man has shared, learns from it using his wisdom, all right, and now can share that as new wisdom. And I think I jumbled it a little, but you know exactly what I'm saying. So you're constantly learning from the mistakes of other men. Okay? That's how women, that's the thing about women. Women are like, how can you do something how can you know this without having made these mistakes already? That's how humanity, that's how we build, that's how things exist, sweetie. That's how we grow as people. We learn from our mistakes. That's why they often say that women struggle with agency because they are short sighted. They basically see right now. They struggle to learn from their mistakes. They repeat the same things over and over and over again because they process things using emotions, not facts. Everything is centered around their feelings, not facts. So they process their means of logic and rationalization is driven entirely by feelings, not facts, which is the reason why it can be very easy to manipulate a woman, because if you're manipulating her feelings, because she's going to be focusing on feelings over facts. And it's unfortunate. And when a woman says something like, how do you know these things, if you've never had these experiences, it's because smart people learn from the experiences and mistakes of others. But you can't explain that to a woman, because women basically believe that the only thing that they should trust are their emotions.
Worth it
is when
he is able to fully support you and pay all your bills. I said it.
Yeah, you said it. But wouldn't it just be so much easier to admit that one is broke and can't actually handle being an adult and paying one's own bills?
He's not your husband. If you're gonna be a girlfriend to someone, he needs to be paying all your bills. Otherwise, why is he there? What is his purpose?
Well, I could think of several reasons, actually, but what do I know?
He's just a boyfriend. Meaning if he leaves you, and a boyfriend is not a legal title.
Congratulations for figuring that part out.
If he leaves you and promises you marriage, leaves you with nothing, you get nothing.
At least they understand the basics.
But if he's paying all your bills, you're able to save money, you're able to invest into businesses that you want to do. If he leaves you, you're leaving with something else at the end of it.
Another example of a strong, independent woman who can stand on their own 2 feet. Not at all a gold digger.
But to date a guy and be someone's girlfriend for free?
Is it just me, or is some women completely lost when it comes to actually understanding what the concept of dating is?
Being someone's girlfriend is not worth it, okay? No. If you're gonna be a girlfriend, he needs to be paying a bill or two. These bills are due. I'm not usually anyone's girlfriend, but I'll make that exception for you if you're willing to pay some bills. If you're willing to pay a bill or two.
I can just imagine all the men running to that woman's profile to take advantage of that situation. Right.
Okay, look. There are costs that come with being a chick, but here's the thing. These costs are in no way related to what they complain about, and they are self-inflicted 99.9% of the time. There's a cost to doing anything, really. Dating comes with a cost, tossing the rubber comes with a cost, body count comes with a cost, and making a video like this expecting people to respect you, newsflash, comes with a cost.
What women are doing here is they're just blackpilling men right now, because men are basically seeing female nature completely. It's not a matter of if you do the right thing, she will love you. It's literally, no, she will never love you. It's about the money. All right. You'll just be taken advantage of, and that's it. That's why so many men are like, yeah, if I want a relationship, I'll go overseas. I'm not going to get married. I'm not going to have kids. I'll go overseas. I'll have a girlfriend over there and go back and forth. Shout out to Ashy. Shout out to Ashy. I didn't know Ashy was in the chat. Shout out to Ashy. Ashy's in the chat. Guess he was lurking. You see here. Let me see here. Thomas says Chuck Norris attended a feminist rally. He left with a sandwich and an iron shirt. That's crazy, man. That's literally insane. Oh man. Guys, Uncle Angry needs to go and take a tinkle. Uncle Angry needs to tinkle, okay? Uncle Angry needs to tinkle. It's just my money don't jiggle. How does it go? My money don't wiggle. It I don't remember the song. How does it go? I don't remember. I was trying to make a joke and I fucked it up. But you guys get the point. I need to go pee. So I will be back in just a little bit. We'll be right back in just a moment, like Back to the Future. Here's your joke. And you guys can go do whatever you need to do. If you need to go take a shit, a shower, a fap real quick, you go and you finish that. You go and you do that. I'll be back in a couple of minutes after I enjoy my pee. All right? I'm going to leave you with some let's put on some different music. We'll put on Lofi. All right? This one's a little different, all right? I'm going to go enjoy my pee. You go do what you have to do. I'll be back in literally like 2-3 minutes, hopefully. Max 5, but Probably 2-3 minutes. 2-3 minutes, probably. Probably. Mm. We'll get back to the stream. We'll get back into the stream in just a moment. I'm still just getting myself, situating myself. We'll be back to the stream in a moment. Galan said, fuck, I missed 1 hour. It happens, man. It happens. Yeah, I guess it's time to jump back in. I had a little break. I got to enjoy a nice little break. Nice little nice little break. It wasn't bad. It was enjoyable. You know, every man should be able to enjoy himself that way. Take a moment for oneself. You know what I kind of realized? I'll tell you what I kind of realized. I was looking at the stream. I was like, because like I tell myself I could get away with just giving them an hour, but the problem is like doing only a 1 hour stream is that a lot of you guys start showing up after the hour, and I'm energized. It's just I've got the energy. I don't feel tired. I don't even. I feel like the stream is just getting started, and if I don't know, it's so hard. It's so hard because it's like I could just go and I basically will just end up doing nothing. I'm having fun. I'm not lying to you. I'm having a blast. I'm having a fucking blast. What happened yesterday though? What happened last night though, with you motherfuckers, is that 5 hour stream, towards the end of the 5 hour stream, bro, I was getting fucking I was like, when I get tired, I get drunk, like drunk on sleep. Like I start to sound drunk. Like that's the best way of like I basically it's like I go into drunk mode. Like where I start to be like, yeah, and I realize it's happening because like I'm just like tired, and I was basically drunk and tired after that 5 hour stream. And I'm not it's not that I drink, it's just like you get tired, you need sleep. And bro, I was so tired and I went to sleep. I went to sleep and then I didn't I think I slept maybe like 5 hours. I have a sleep tracker somewhere. Where the fuck is that shit? Yeah, let me try. I can check my sleep tracker. But I think I slept like 5 hours. It'll probably say I slept more than that. It was like five fucking. I don't give a fuck what the sleep tracker says. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna try to open it up. But yeah, it says that I slept 6 hours, but that's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Sometimes I wake up and I don't actually get out of bed until it was like 5 fucking hours. It says I slept 6 hours. It was like 5 fucking hours. All right. So I slept somewhere between 5 and 6 hours, and then I woke up and I tried like I basically like stayed in bed for like just laying in bed for like another 3 hours after that because I didn't want to get up. I was like, I want to go back to sleep, but I didn't go back to sleep. So I just like laying there, like looking at my phone for another 3 hours. And I finally got up and I started working, you know, started doing a little bit of work here, a little bit of work there, and finished up my last video for you guys, you know, just like literally before it's the same thing. Like finish up the video and then okay, well, I'm gonna jump on the stream. I set up the stream for you guys, and then that's the rest is history. But yeah, it's like I kind of realized like you probably need like 2 hours minimum because like and it's cool because like I don't feel like I said I probably need 2 hours minimum. It's like it's there's this thing inside of you where like I could be doing something else though, like what, like playing with something, like playing with my joystick. Which joystick are you talking about? My joystick. Are you talking about the one from Atari? Are you talking about the one that you shake to shoot a load? And why not both? Why not both? Oh my gosh.
Another word for this cost the chick is talking about is consequences. You prepare for the streets when with a guy, well, guess what? To the streets you shall return. You played yourself, and no man is gonna give you that money anyway. Grizzle grizzle. Here are the top comments. Modern women, ashamed by nothing, but offended by everything. The truth is on full display here. She's got 43 teeth on the lower jaw. Interesting observation, my man. Well, who's paying the orthodontist? Damn, everyone's going for the teeth. This is amazing. Legend has it she's still paying her own bills. I can never date in this world again. It's just too much unnecessary stress and work. Lots of people are just to damage from previous relationships.
So like life right now, just like it just doesn't feel worth it. Relationships, like men have woken up and realized it. Wish I could be more. Leafer says, "I don't care anymore. I wish I could be more alone than I already am." I know a lot of guys are like that. Galan says, yeah, it's probably the blue light fucking with your sleep." Hmm. What I actually do is like I use reading glasses, computer glasses, and they actually block blue light out. So they're expensive. They're like $50 for these glasses, but they block out blue light. They're amazing. They make everything much larger, but they also block out blue light, so my eyes are not crazy strained anymore. And it makes I would without these glasses, I could not do what I'm doing. I could not do what I'm doing. Let me see here.
Going full monk mode. Godspeed, sir. Next.
If you want a man to spend money, just tell him he's broke. Is it harsh? Yes. Is it ethical? Probably not. But does it work? Yeah. I want you to say, I mean, if you can't afford it, that's like totally fine. You can just tell me that. Because what they're gonna say is, no, it's not that. I can afford it. You say, okay, well then what's going on? I mean, nothing.
So they're trying to shame you into spending money on them. See, guys, they have no guys. This is the reason why men will just now completely avoid relationships with women, because women are basically going to try to shame you into giving them things. So while they don't have any personal shame, they are completely fine with trying to use shame to get whatever they want out of you. Like, I mean, it is just fucking wild. It is just fucking wild. It really is. They will use shame to get whatever they want out of you, but they themselves will say that I will not be shamed. The standards are fucking insane, bro. The standards, the hypocrisy, the double standards are insane. And women don't realize they're running out of men. They are running out of men who are willing to engage in relationships, who are willing to even speak to them. They're shocked, like, why are men not speaking to us anymore? Men are not approaching us, men are not speaking to us. What's going on? How do you not know what's going on? You treat men so poorly. You treat men like they're not even human beings. You believe that they exist solely to serve you and that you are goddesses. And then you're shocked when they don't talk to you anymore, because women were not raised to be kind to men, to support men, to treat men the way they treat women. They were raised to try to humiliate men, to disrespect men.
I usually say good morning. It's not a good morning because I'm sick of y'all bitches. Some bitch got up here and said women are no longer accepting dinner dates from men because the dinner date benefits the man. Because he has to eat anyway. So if he invites you on a dinner date, it's not really benefiting you because he had to eat anyways.
Let me break something down for y'all. If a man take you on a dinner date, that benefits you and him because y'all both eating. If a man take you on a vacation, that benefits you and him. He there, you there.
This is girl math. This is girl math right here, by the way.
You riding jet skis too. You feel me? Be careful of a man who only want to do for you when it's beneficial for him. That's a selfish man. That's a man who don't truly care about you.
Sorry, I needed a minute. But call me skinny and Caucasian, but wasn't these bitches 3 months ago complaining about they didn't want coffee dates and they wanted the steak dinner dates? So now you don't want the dinner dates. So at this point, bitch, what the fuck do you want? Do you want the key to Mars, bitch? Because that's, matter of fact, niggas, send these bitches to Mars so they could lose oxygen and we could just get rid of them, for real. Because I'm sick of y'all bullshit. What the fuck you mean you don't want a dinner date? All y'all do is beg for dates. Oh, plan a date. Now y'all don't want the dinner date? So what would you like? And I put PSA ladies every day, and I don't see none of y'all bitches answering these questions. What the fuck is the problem? But I do see y'all in these niggas' DMs telling them to stop sharing my videos. Stupid bitch. Why don't you answer my question? Exactly.
Sisterhood. See, check that out, y'all. The sisterhood, as soon as a woman speaks out on what women are doing, the sisterhood immediately comes for them and tries to silence them. And what do? They go to the men and say, stop sharing these videos. Stop sharing these videos. Like, who the hell do you guys? They don't like the manosphere. They don't like the manosphere. They don't like men coming together. They don't even like women supporting men. If a woman dares to support a man, oh no, we gotta shut that shit down. Gotta shut that shit down. It's toxic. It's fucking toxic. Let me see here. Let me go and check this out here. I don't care anymore. I wish I could. Could be more alone. Yeah, I'll read this. Let me see here. Darnell says, I've been playing good old Kingdom Hearts for a bit, heard of it. For a bit, heard of it, yeah. Kingdom Hearts. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let me check this out here. L3 says, meanwhile, I've been looking at all I've saved this year and will be allocating it to my more than 6 month emergency fund, business ideas, investing stock/crypto, and 2 trips in Canada and Seattle. That's what's up. That's what's up. Men are making moves. Men are walking away. Men are focusing on themselves, prioritizing their own happiness and well-being. Men are not putting up with the shit anymore. You know, men are done. Men are over that. Even the simps are running away. Even the simps don't want to give up their money anymore. The simps do not want to do handouts anymore. Simping ain't easy. Simping ain't easy. Simping ain't. We need this. We need a song. I'm gonna try to have the song made for you guys. Simping ain't easy, guys. Do you know how much I accomplished? I made my videos while I was even streaming. I paid my phone bill. I was talking to you guys. I was like, and it reminded me that I need to pay my phone bill and my internet bill. Paid that shit while talking to you guys. It's amazing how much shit I get done. How much work I can get done in a fucking day. I can get a lot of fucking work done, and then women complain over like menial shit. Like here, I'm literally like multitasking my fucking ass off, and women are complaining about basic shit, bro. Basic menial shit.
Yeah, let's do it. And I'm in sales, just to put this into perspective. Reality is, if you're a woman and your client's a man on the other side of the Zoom or the phone, there is such a powerful power dynamic that you can play on.
A powerful power dynamic. Oh god. When you think it just can't get any worse, you come across this kind of garbage. Black Spider Guy didn't even come out with the ukulele on this one because, honestly, how do you respond to this level of delusion? Sometimes a rant coming from these chicks is so repulsive that they basically explain to everyone watching why they'll be forever unfit. Also, challenging a guy about his finances is not gonna yield results. This is the kind of sprinkle shit where you know the woman talking has never been in a relationship that doesn't end the morning after Chad gives you a pat on the head before shutting that door. The comments are, gentlemen, just ignore her.
Shout out to Cole Eric. He says MGTOW for life. He just dropped a super over on the tube. Thank you very much for the super, bro. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super. I appreciate that super.
We will see how she ends up in her 40s. I don't even think we need to see it. I'm sure we've seen her future in plenty wall hitter compilations already. As crazy as it sounds, listen to her. She's putting you all on game of how women can easily manipulate men that care about impressing them. Now when a woman tries these tactics, you can do the exact opposite. I see where you're coming from here, but anyone watching this would fall for it. Not even if they took a rod to the head like Phineas Gage. Another one.
If women have a female nature, how is hoflation even an issue?
Hoflation is just a term. We have divine femininity.
Oh, maybe? Okay, it could be having to do with like inflation. You know, things cost a lot more now. Luxury lifestyles are in. Everyone wants to be living that social media lifestyle. And so, you know, they want to have a man who can support that lifestyle without having to work. And I think it was more normalized just to be a housewife and not to go on trips and to get fancy cars and stuff. So maybe it was more just a different lifestyle. So that's why.
We are way more superior than you guys. Without women, men wouldn't exist. You guys are actually nothing. Because without us, you're useless. You wouldn't even be born, okay? And all men, whether you were with them for 10 years or not, will cheat and lie. So it doesn't really matter.
So funny. Okay, wow, this is like the 5th time this week where we've heard women talk about divinity in one way or another. Ladies, nobody is looking at you while you're in a jumpsuit in the club thinking, wow, she's really in her divine feminine energy. Better go give her that $300 date she's been talking about. We see the crow's feet, the bunny ears, and the Pennywise makeup, and we all know that to encourage such a thing would prevent us from enjoying ourselves. It's really not that complicated. The comments are, that last woman needs therapy. I'm not even trying to be funny. She is in pain. If any president or world leader put asylums on the agenda, I would immediately seek citizenship and vote. It's a key issue nobody is talking about. The girl at the end sound old, bitter, and hurt. LOL. I'm very sure the last one is never going to get wiped up. To the last woman at the end, if women are superior, then why are you complaining about the patriarchy and male privilege? Doesn't that show a contradiction? It definitely does, but good luck trying to convince a professional in uniform to give up their job. Next clip.
By the end of the date, the waiter came up, the kind waiter, all on one bill. And me, be the lady, I'm not answering the question. I do not know what that waiter just said. I'm looking directly at you, sir. And he looks directly at me. Get this? We can split it. You okay with that? We can split it? And the first thing that came out of my mouth was, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. And I was like, Abby, do not make a face.
It's funny how when the bill or the check comes, that's when you'll start hearing modern women philosophize about what it means to be a lady. But the moment they leave the restaurant, they're back to their ways of, saying bro or dropping the F-bomb and rejecting modesty.
There ain't no feminist in foxholes. That's the truth. Women love...
The interesting thing, and this is the funny thing about all of this, like come 2030, 45% of all women between the ages of 25 and 44 will be childless and single. When you factor in women who are single mothers, you're looking at somewhere between 60 and 70% of all women who are childless and single, who are single. All right. So we're looking at, by 2030, we're looking at around 70% of women in the United States being single, no man. That's a massive number of single women who are going to be alone. Some of these women are going to be raising children alone. And that's insane. Can you imagine the extreme hardship, especially in the economic hell that's now coming? And women are not aware of this. And when they put out videos like, because they basically, because shame went away and because women feel so empowered, they put out videos like this where they openly disrespect men, say that men are not needed, say that they're better than men, all the while making demands of men, because it's an extraordinary amount of short-sightedness. And there's no growth on their part. There's no growth in terms of character, in terms of comprehension. I'm not generalizing all women. I'm just saying the average woman behaves like this today, and you don't understand the consequences, because women were not designed to live without a husband. Women traded men for the state, for the provision of the state, and now the state is broke, and they're trying to fall back on men as their plan B, but men are not going to tolerate it. Women were not designed to live without a husband. They were not designed to live without the provision and protection of men. They were not designed to live without the family. They were not designed to live without children. They were not designed to live without a community. And all of these women are now going to enter into extraordinary hard times. And you know what's really coming? We don't talk about it. The health issues. All of these women right now that are having the time of their life while they're still young, they don't realize, they don't even consider all of the health issues that start to creep up when you're in your 30s, 40s, and 50s. You don't have to wait until you're 45 to start having health issues. A lot of people start to have them when they're in their 30s. Especially Gen Zers. Oh my gosh. Gen Z, we already know what's up with Gen Z, bro. Okay? And a lot of these women don't even realize just how hard it's going to be, just how bad it's going to be. I showed you a video of someone who was like, she's basically living hand to mouth right now, and she's saying things like, when everything returns back to normal, when she lands that job in Nordstrom at 45 years old. She has menopause. She's 45 years old. She's trying to get a job in Nordstrom, and I'm like, bro, and she's gonna build herself back up. Bro, those jobs are going away. You're not going to be able to get. Why would they hire a 50-year-old woman? Like you're pushing 50. You're going to be like, let's say, why would they hire a woman in her mid 40s at Nordstrom? Because I have experience doing what? Working at a restaurant. It's like they don't even plan ahead, because there's no level of rational thinking. So if they're going to hire someone, it's going to be someone who's young in that position, sweetie. You're talking about building yourself back up. How? How? In this economy where all of these jobs are vanishing, and the jobs that are vanishing the fastest are jobs that are predominantly done by women, they're being replaced by AI or consolidated. Because a lot of these companies are just using this as a reason to get rid of a lot of the jobs that were created during the events of 2020, and now they're getting rid of those jobs. And some in 5 years, many of the jobs that are here today will no longer be here. They will be replaced entirely by AI. The only jobs that will remain are the jobs where you are creating value for others using your own two hands. It's going to be the creator economy. A lot of those jobs were like Uber and Uber Eats, those are going to be gone. Uber Eats and Lyft and Grubhub. Grubhub is not even, who even does Grubhub even still exist? It's like, seriously? Or DoorDash? All of that's going to be gone. All of it's going to be gone. It's going to be hell out there, bro. And modern women, they're basically listening to their feelings. They're listening to the fifis, thinking that everything is going to sort itself out. Galan said, I started having health issues recently. Yeah, dude, it's what happens as you get older. Shit happens. Shit literally happens. And modern women don't realize what happens when you don't have anyone to take care of you. What happens when, you like running around with Chad and Tyrone, but guess what? They don't care about you. Pancho doesn't care about you like that. You're going to literally be in hell. Okay? And if you're a single mom, you will have no one to take care of your kids while you're going through all of this shit. And you're still out here blaming men. Crazy. It's insane. Mm. Manosphere, angry MWA is legendary. Thank you very much. Thank you, bro. Brad says that the average woman will make $10 per month selling intimate photos online. Jesus. Intimate. Brad says Schrodinger's feminist. Yes, absolutely. Andrew Schrodinger, I think that's his name. He was basically he was the OG black pill philosopher before black pill philosophy had a name. All right, he is the OOG of it, and he was 100% right. He identified female nature. He identified it evidently within his mother first, and he saw exactly how it worked. The irrational thinking, the irrational behavior, the inability to take accountability for anything. He identified these patterns of behaviors hundreds of years ago.
To talk constantly about their strength and resilience, but the second any king of adversity surfaces, they go right back to default settings. And honestly, that's the entire reason men walk away more than ever before, because when women don't make it on their own, they either have a complete meltdown or don the apron. It's hilarious either way. Here are the top comments. She's 4 at best. Someone actually asked her out. I know, man, so many of these women are just so low tier, but it's definitely the Chads trying to keep it easy. Even the most hardcore feminist who has fought for gender equality for her entire life will still throw it all right out the window the second the bill comes. Amen, brother. Gold star for you. Damn, I thought I was a traditional woman, but I guess I can't be if I say bro or swear sometimes. Congratulations on being the trillionth chick to refuse to watch the entire video. The rule has always been the person who invited pays, unless other agreements are made before leaving for the activity. The profile wandering sage doesn't make you a wandering sage, just so you know, ma'am. Next clip.
Spent 17 years of my life with an elderly man who smelled like cabbage, just to be told I've got nothing in the will, nothing, and he was worth £33 million. And you think this is funny? I have wasted my life.
Hey guys, this lady got with a dude for his money and is upset that She's not in his will. Oh, why'd you get with a dude that you really didn't like? Stay with him every night. Thought you was gonna get rich. But that man was like, yo, this bitch ain't getting shit. Yeah. That guy was smart.
Oh no, accountability. Here are the top comments. Maybe he knew you didn't love him. People, she is right. This is not funny. It is hilarious. He knew exactly what she was after. He just played along. She took the ultimate L. Love seeing justice. Yes, good job, King. He knew what time it was. That song is crazy work. This is what victory looks like, people. Gotta end it with a masculine win. Stay safe out there. And if you made it to the end of this video,
Guys, I'm telling y'all, men are not playing games anymore. Men are not playing games. Men see the bullshit, and now they're and Rich said smells like he smelled like cabbage. Yeah, she never liked him, and he realized it, so he got what he wanted. 23 million is a shit ton of. Brad says 23 million is a shit ton of cabbage. Is it 23 or 33? It doesn't matter. It's a shitload of money. Yeah, she got played. She got played. God says, no, sis, we are not your bro. You're going to be fit, feminine, or friendly. Oh, shit. Manosphere says, until a guy gets past his own mother and admits to her faults, he is not a man and cannot digest a reality pill. Absolute 100%. 150%. All of these good for nothings. All of these good for nothings, like leave my mommy alone. They're on my channel. Leave my mommy alone. My mommy is a good mommy. No, bro, your mommy is just like all of the rest. No, she's not. My mommy is an angel, bro. Your mommy is like your mommy has is your mommy has female nature. You leave my mommy alone, you bad angry man. You leave her alone. You leave mommy alone. I love mommy. I love mommy so much. And I'm like, you fucking loser. Brad says, my mother taught me everything about women too. The most vile woman. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Brad said, my mother taught me everything about women too. The most vile woman I've ever met was my own mother. I could so much agree. My mother is, oh my gosh, my mother can be so fucking vile. It's like when you're growing up, you think that this is normal behavior. When you become an adult and you learn black pill, you start to notice the patterns and you realize just how flawed the nature is, how abnormal the behavior is, and you just can't tolerate it anymore. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it because you can identify it for what it is. It's as clear as day. It's as clear as day. You lose patience. You lose patience for the bullshit. Let me see here. L3 says, while everyone complains about loneliness on the web, I've been planning my roadmap to prepare for an IT certification I aim to get in 2027 and renewing my SEC Plus, even though it's not until 2028. That's what's up. That's what's up, bro. Guys, that's the thing about men. We fall down and then we build ourselves back up. Women, on the other hand, they're just not in reality most of the time. And they always think that they're going to have a man to fall back on. And it just doesn't work like that. I have a video from this other dude.
Have been lied to.
Yeah, this is actually from Matt Ross. So I'm going to play the video, and he actually talks because it's not specifically just about women, but it illustrates what the hell on earth that is basically coming. And modern women, like, they think it's a game. It's not a game. I'll have his channel link in the description of the video, so you can also go check him out and support him.
Millennials have been lied to. It's true. Millennials have been lied to about success. You know, we were told, get a college education, get a degree, and a degree's a first-class ticket to the middle class. This is what we were promised. We were promised that we'd have a life just as good as our parents, as long as we just did all the right things, such as go to university or go to school, get a degree, do the right thing. What ended up happening? We ended up getting low-paying jobs, a whole bunch of debt, and we still can't afford the houses and the lives that our parents had. Well, not all of us, some of us can. But my point is, it's a bit of a sham. We were sold a bill of goods, the old bait and switch, right? The educational bait and switch is a real thing, right? Who didn't think here that if you went to university, that was basically it, that was gonna be a first-class ticket to the middle of paradise, to an easy life.
I told you guys when I was in university, there used to be like different programs that they offered sometimes, and they used to like there was a program where they would teach welders, like teach people how to do welding. And we would look at these young people that they would be like, it was just white guys. It was literally just white guys. And we look at these white guys, and they were nice guys. They were like, "Oh, the welders are so nice." And we look at these guys, we look at these white guys, and they're like, "Oh, they're gonna start. These guys make evident. They'll make like evident like $15 an hour, like 14. Like that's not bad money." And people would say, "Listen to me. Hey, listen. Don't stop paying attention to those guys. All right, you need to focus on getting these degrees. Okay." Look at those, the welders. They would walk around wearing flannel and everything, and we basically were told to look down upon them. We were told that like this is what you're gonna end up like. See those white guys over there? If you don't get these degrees, you're gonna end up like those white guys over there. You're gonna have to be out there in the cold hustling, all right, doing shit work for shit money. But with these degrees, you're going places in life, okay? You're going places, and you're gonna be in places in life. You're gonna be able to live in the suburbs. You're gonna be able to live in the suburbs, and it's gonna be wonderful. You're gonna make all of this money. You're gonna have the house and the stupid little dog and the white picket fence, bro. You stay away from that lifestyle, all right? You stay away from those blue. Don't even think about that blue collar shit, all right? All right, you're gonna end up. You're gonna end up. You want to be out here in the snow, walking around in flannel and jeans, driving an old pickup truck. Oh fuck! All right, if you don't want to end up like those white guys over there, like those white guys over there, then you better get these degrees. And you better be grateful for the opportunity because it's a privilege to be here. Someone else could be here, but they let you in. All right, so be grateful for it. All right, you ungrateful motherfuckers. Fast forward like 20 years, all of those welders now have multiple properties, their own businesses, many of them pulling in $500,000 a year, while the rest of us have half a million to have anywhere from a quarter million or more in debt, and and basically are working shit jobs just to survive. Which is why I keep telling you guys, go and check out Angry's Creator Academy, because we're entering into the creator economy now. The 9 to 5 economy is dead. The gig economy is oversaturated, and AI is going to begin to eat away at it over the next couple of years. The gig economy is going to begin dying off as AI expands, and a lot of the things that are done in the gig economy, like delivering food, like driving people around, like like uh like working in warehouses, a lot of those jobs are going to vanish as a result of AI. It's already starting to happen with Amazon, where they have robots working in these warehouse, moving packages around, packaging items, all of this shit. It's all going to be automated. All of it's going to be automated, and those jobs are going to be gone. You're gonna have these people fighting out here for Amazon Flex jobs, like so they can deliver an Amazon package, bro. Those jobs, it's gonna be gone, bro. It's gonna be gone. And you're like, I'm gonna just like if I see an automated vehicle delivering shit, I'll destroy it, bro. You're gonna end up in prison, bro. You're gonna end up in prison for vandalizing property. And it's like that shit is like worth like $45,000 to $100,000 a unit. So the judge is gonna throw the book at you. So you're gonna go and spend more time in prison than some guy who deleted someone. All right, who Control Alt deleted someone. Like what are you like? They're like, what are you in prison for? I destroyed an Uber Eats. I destroyed a food delivery vehicle. You mean like a person delivered? No, an automated vehicle. Like they have the bots, like they drive on the street and like they deliver food to the person. I destroyed one of those. And how much time did you get? I'm looking at around 9 to. I'm looking at they want 20, but we may be able to get realistically 9 to 5, but maybe I'm gonna be here a while, man. I'm gonna be here a while. And then you're looking at a guy who like control alt deleted someone and he only got manslaughter and he'll be out in the next 2 to 3. Like they say 7 to 10, but he'll be out in 2 to 3, 2 to 3, bro, 2 to 3. Because they don't fuck around with property damage. They don't fuck around. Like you'll basically get more time in prison for property damage than control alt deletion because America, just like they say, America runs on Duncan. It's all about the Benjamins. It's all about the Benjamins. Galan says university was a sham. I went for a week or two and said this smells like shit and left. You're one of the smart ones. You're one of the smart ones.
We're also taught, the millennials are also taught that if you work hard and you're honest, that's also part of the ticket. The 24/7 hustle culture. Just work your butt off 24/7 and eventually it'll pay off. This was the bill of goods we were sold. Maybe not just the millennials. I'm not sure. Was this sold to Gen X? Maybe the boomers had it. I got some boomers here. But definitely being a millennial myself, this was my thought pattern. Although I didn't go the university route, I went the corporate route, got a job at a corporation. And the bill of goods I was sold was get a good paying job, climb the ladder at the corporation, and this was a ticket to success, right? What were we told about success? Success was about all the things you could acquire, right? That's what it was all about. Success was about acquiring the house, acquiring the degree, acquiring the mortgage.
Oh, here's something interesting. This is actually not true. Brad said they will sack the male workers first. And then it will be robots and women, and then it will just be the bot. Actually, what's happening right now is all of those DEI hires are getting fired. So yeah, that shit is done. Basically, the whole DEI thing, they're getting rid of all the people who don't actually have any real skill sets and provide any real value to the company. So they're basically getting rid of those people first, and men are going second. Yeah, like all of these tech companies, the majority of people who are losing their jobs in these tech fields are actually women. They are, because a lot of these people were hired during the whole DEI era not based on merit, solely based on external characteristics. So they're the ones, like for example, like entire departments entire DEI departments are being wiped out. If you look at what's happening with Japan right now, they're getting rid of their American offices, which are basically just DEI slop fest. Like the people who are guys, 86% of companies are no longer hiring female CEOs. I put out a video about that recently. 86% of companies are no longer promoting women to CEO roles. Why is that happening? It's because DEI right now is dead. Will you always have people trying to insert woke garbage? Yes, but in terms of companies and profits, they're not hiring these people anymore. All right, they're not hiring them. They are getting rid of them first. If you have a job, you basically have to have some value in that company. Show what you're able to do. You're not going to sit around anymore. Especially when jobs are this scarce, you're not going to be able to sit around anymore and collect a check just because of your identity. That shit is done right now. It says, I'm in Australia, and whilst I can see in the States, DEI is plummeting. Here in Australia, DEI is the policy. Let me explain something to you, bro. As soon as the economy falls off the cliff over in Australia and what's happening in the US catches up to Aussie, you're going to watch DEI begin to vanish rapidly from these institutions, because the first jobs that are going to get cut are going to be those jobs. You're going to witness it for yourself. Alex says, hello, Angry, just joined the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Good to have you. Good to have you, bro. Stuff says robots are so much cheaper and getting pretty much the same as lower level workers. Yeah, that's what they're basically doing. They're replacing lower level workers, especially people in administrative roles, with machines. And most of the people in these administrative roles are women. those jobs are going to be those jobs will. I told you those jobs will be gone and they will never come back. They will never ever 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 come back. You know what really sucks? I only have Netflix right now just for Stranger Things, and they had like the last. I saw the final. I saw like the last episode until the finale of the series. I watched it yesterday, and it was basically Will's story about. It was basically him coming out, and it's like I'm not saying anything bad about it, but it was just so hardcore woke. The whole thing was just so fucking miserable, and like other content creators have been calling it out. I think like Smash JT, Vera Dark, maybe Doctor Disaster. A lot of people have been calling out like there's so much backlash to it, and it was like just like, there was so much crying. Like everyone is crying. Steven, like the little one. I can't remember that motherfucker's name. The one that has like the tooth issues. Like you die, I die. Like what the fuck, bro? What the fuck? It's just like so much tears. Cry me a river, brood. Cry me a fucking river. Everyone's crying. Everyone's crying. It's just nonstop bullshit. Let me see here. Let's see here. Speed says in Australia, the government is firing public servants. And who make up the vast majority of public servant jobs? Women. Brad says, yep, Netflix is super woke. Super woke, super bullshit. Yolan says, I cannot stomach season 5. I watched one episode and I don't want it, Danny. Jeez. It's just chock full of shit. Chock full of bullshit.
Car, the family. And once you get all that stuff, you get happiness. And that was essentially what we're told, right? We were told that once you get the money, everything else kind of falls into place. And I feel like we're in this weird space. Us millennials are kind of, we're hitting our 40s, mid 40s, early 40s, late 30s. And maybe, maybe what we thought was the ticket to life, was the ticket to an easy life isn't actually true. And maybe it's not worth it to take the easy way anyways. Ultimately, the reality is, when it comes to success, I just think that our definition of what we thought success actually was and what it actually is completely different to what actual success is. Because I've started to realize through my 25-year banking career and, through having all the big jobs, through running national mortgage sales team across Canada, from every single province in Canada, working with New York City and Americans and working with English people in England and working all across the world, basically, having big meetings and big title, right? Getting big bonuses, having a boss and having people report to me and all this stuff. And then as you go through it and you start to take a tally of what success actually really is, and I'll tell you right now, I have a definition of what I think success is. Success is something you attract by the person you become. That's really what success is. And that's what Jim Rohn says. Success is something you attract by the person you become. What real success is, it's actually about being intentional about with what you want to do with your life. So for example, if you're a teacher and you love teaching and all you wanted to do is teach people, teach kids, teach guitar, teach anything, teach engineering, become a professor, whatever, and actually help educate the next generation of people, and that's something you're passionate about, and you became a teacher, that's successful. I think that's such an important thing for me to actually discuss is if you've decided that your idea of success was actually having a family, maybe you're a woman, you wanted to have a family, and you wanted to be a stay-at-home mom and raise a family yourself. If you intentionally did that, that's success. Success is being intentional. It's basically, success is a continuation of just becoming yourself and doing the things that you love to do. And actually,
so many of us that basically throw away our lives to go work in these boomer fucking jobs that just destroyed our they just took everything from us. Dr. Dre, This is a Dr. Dre. Uh, Doctor or DRE Light says, "Happy being in lifetime dead. I'll pass. Simply simple is peaceful. 100%." Glon says, "If you want to be a teacher, start a YouTube channel. No joke. 100%. Absolutely, absolutely. It's just so much better. So much. It just makes it so much better, and it just makes so much more fucking sense. Because this shit that we're doing out here is not working."
Really finding and really setting out goals for yourself and setting a goal for yourself, an overall goal for yourself. What kind of a person do you want to be? Having a vision of the type of life you want to have, and then going out and getting that life. Versus we've been sold a template. We're just told, everybody's sold the same template. Do this, do this, do this. Get money, get cars, get the family, get whatever, and you're good to go. And then we realize, damn, I didn't really want to do that. I want to have maybe this, but I definitely don't want to do this. I don't want to work for a blood-sucking corporation for the rest of my life. And you start to realize that success isn't actually what you thought success was. It isn't. And I think millennials are starting to really, truly understand this. And I think Gen Z kind of understood this earlier. The problem with Gen Z is they didn't really have a chance to get started to really do anything as of yet.
Yeah, guys. So something I just noticed. So the Hill. I'm not gonna play the video, but there's a video from the Hill, and guys, they are really coming after the Manosphere. Look at this video. Like it says, "Men in crisis amid rising addiction to Manosphere content." So they are basically panicking, moving right. And guys, they are panicking because young men are becoming more conservative. And young men are walking away from relationships and dating. Young men are walking away from liberal views, and they don't know what to do. So of course they want to shut this down, but it's hard to shut down the Manosphere entirely because the Manosphere is a collection of channels. It's basically a collection of ideologies. The Manosphere, the Manosphere spans so many different concepts that it's hard to shut it down unless you basically start trying to block any conversation around anything related to dating relationship that is not deemed a suitable or allowed. Like for example, if you say, these are my experiences going on dates and these are my relationships. Nope, can't talk about negative relationships between you. As a man, you can't talk about negative relationships that you've had. All right, or like or you start talking about like, hey, I'm a guy and I'm struggling in society. I feel like, I feel down, I feel sad, everything. Like, nope, can't talk about that either. Like, guys, they're gonna start trying to they're gonna start to try to send simps into the Manosphere to make Manosphere content. Like, I think about, like, they're gonna do this thing where, like, if they can't beat you, we'll join you, but it's not gonna work for them. But they're gonna start trying to send in their version of their version of Andrew Tate, like Bottom G. Like, hey man, how's it going, man? You call your mother today, man? You call your mom today and tell her that you loved her? That's what it means to be a man, man. All right? Take care of your mom, take care of your family, man. It's about sacrifice. Yeah, bro. They're gonna try to send in these simpluencers to try to reach young men because they don't actually like us. They don't care about men. So of course they're gonna try any kind of nonsense, and it's all gonna fail. Brad says the biggest threat to a manipulated society is when intelligent men gather and discuss society. Exactly. They don't want us talking about us. They don't want us coming together. That's why they've destroyed every male space because they want to keep men divided.
Actually stuck. At least they're not all stuck and trapped by these mortgages, these death pledges. But that's really what it is, right? Success is something you become. And when I say that, that means by becoming who you are and by being intentional and really just kind of deciding what you're going to do and then doing it. And then all your life is dedicated to is becoming you and achieving what it is that you want to achieve on your terms. So whatever money you want to achieve, whatever kind of job or profession or vocation that you want, whatever you want to do to actually earn the money to make your living, whatever that is, if you're doing it, you are a success. And success is not one thing. There's not just one definition of success. Every single person has to define their own version of success. Everybody's idea of success is completely different. It's not the same. You could have 100 people all get $1 million paycheck a year, big huge mansion, big car, pool, you name it, except they're doing something that they don't like to do, and they won't feel successful because it's not just one way. It's not one way to do it, right? Success is something that you define yourself. Success is an image that you create for yourself. So you think about, for example, in your head, you think about what's the beautiful life I want for myself. That's what you consciously think about. And then everything in your life kind of works towards getting there. And you make your life's goal, your life's purpose, a continuing becoming of yourself and a continuing of striving for what you find to have, what the goals that you find meaningful in life. And that's really what it comes down to. And you can't have your idea of what success is, you can't have it dictated by other people. So other people's idea of success, your parents, your friends' ideas of success, your grandparents' ideas of success, those are their ideas. You can't have, or are people that you see on social media, people you see on Facebook or on Instagram, their ideas of success. Just because if you had everything that they had, that does not guarantee that you would A, feel like a success, or B, be happy. Now, don't get me wrong. Is it going to make it easier to have money to do and pursue what you want to do? Sure, yeah, it does. No question. I'm not saying it doesn't. But ultimately, success is typically worked at. Yeah, you got to work at it. You got to work at a skill set. You got to work at becoming who you are. And you have to, keep it in your mind, and you have to have the perseverance, even when everybody around you thinks you're crazy, thinks that you should just just keep your good job, keep the job you got. You got a good thing going here. Don't risk anything because you might screw up your life. And then you find yourself taking no risks and just, going and punching in and punching out. And you just watch yourself and you just watch your life slip away 1 hour at a time, 1 day at a time, 1 year at a time, one bonus at a time, one boss at a time, one life at a time. And that's it. That's what it comes down to.
Men are just kind of awake to the bullshit. We traded so much of our lives for literally nothing, man. Literally nothing at all. It's just such bullshit. Let me see here. Let me look at some of the comments. Oh my goodness. Ashley says, we've broken the matrix and Agent Smith is freaking out 100%. 100%. Look at another comment here. Dre says, no wife, no children, no debt, low worries. 100%. Absolutely correct. Lunard says, like you said, this spear has many people of many walks of life. Yep. And that's what makes it so valuable. Because we're all comparing notes. All comparing notes. And no one, and that makes us dangerous. Let me see here. Alex says people defining their own success. I remember that one 5-hour video yesterday from yesterday. I remember that 5-hour video from Angry when you mentioned the floor gang comment, which made me laugh when I listened to this guy speaking of success. Yeah. I don't know why that story came to mind. Because it's living life on your own terms. That's the honest to goodness truth. It's living life on your own terms. I don't know. Guys, I did it. I gave you your 2-hour stream. I did. I did. I'll tell you something funny. Like I started to get kind of like I don't know, pissy. I started to get pissy like about like an hour and 20 minutes in, hour and 20 minutes in, hour 30 minutes in. I started to get kind of pissy. I was like, go do nothing. I'm kind of miserable. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna hang on and give you that fucking 2-hour stream. And I did. I can't. I basically because like Spawn Wave. It's like I mean, I felt bad because guys. That's why shame is important. You see how effective shame is. I was there talking shit about the Nintendo YouTubers being lazy motherfuckers, right? Lazy motherfuckers, not showing up to work, and then I wanted to I wanted to clock out early, even though I technically could. I want after an hour, I wanted to clock out. I knew I needed to go for about 2 hours, but I wanted to leave, and I was like, no. I felt I'd feel too ashamed after talking about how shameful these motherfuckers are, while everyone else is working. And what did I do? I sucked it up, Buttercup. Sucked it up, and I toughed it out, and I put in those 2 fucking hours. I gave you guys, I kept the bar open for 2 fucking hours, even though I'm kind of pissed off right now. You guys are like angry, not really angry. I'm always angry. I'm always fucking angry. Always Oh God. Always fucking angry. Always fucking pissed off. Oh my gosh. Ay, 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 ay. I tell you, this life is some shit, isn't it, man? Let me see here. Yeah. Let me see here. Dre says, appreciate you, bro. I thumbs up. Let me see here. Let's read this comment. Lord says, everyone, girlfriend or wife I've ever had cheated on me. That stuff doesn't bother me anymore. But being alienated from my son bothers me every day. I see no reason to ever risk getting another woman pregnant. Bro, I respect that, and I'm glad that you learned that lesson. It's not worth the risk. Not worth the risk. None of this shit is worth the risk. But it is life, and we do the best we can. We do the best we can because someone has to. Anyway, guys. Anyway, women never thought that men would ever walk away, and now they have, and it's going to be a very different reality. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. If you like the video, share the video, and just remember that all roads lead to MWA and walking away. And cheers.
Nothing says you care like crypto. Nothing can compare. Nothing says you care like crypto. Oh, nothing can compare to crypto.